Hi, so I want to talk today about my recovery from the state that you see in the videos below here, where I failed and crashed out my detox a couple weeks ago, to the pain and the stress that I had in my body, which I now believe was from sort of binging a bit, pigging out. By my old standards, it wouldn't be pigging out. It would just be a normal day's worth of eating. But by the standard that I'm living by now, it was. And I think it put a lot of stress on my body. You know, right now I'm kind of running behind a little bit in terms of my posting, right? So I make this video today, but it might not go up for 10 days as I process my videos and put them up. So I'm watching myself from 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. And I think it's like 10 days ago. And the emotion that I'm having when I'm watching myself is kind of interesting because it reveals where I was at, and it gives me a chance to reflect again on where I was at that time. You know, I think I was in a certain state. When I record the video, I express how I feel, and then time goes by, and I get a notion in my head of where I was at a couple weeks ago, and then I watch the video, and I get a reality check, and I think, wow, I kind of had mentally stored it differently than the video actually reflects. So this making of videos is definitely serving as a way to keep me more accountable to myself and to my goals. And I really suffered for about a week and experienced the worst back pain of my life, which is to say, I've never had. I know a lot of people struggle with back pain. I've been very fortunate. It's been an area of my life I've not had issues. But I experienced a locking up, a seizing up of all my muscles from my my butt all the way up into the back of my head, right down my spine. Seized up. I was walking around like a board, like this. And now it turns out that I'm feeling better after having done the enema that I talked about a couple days ago, 3 days ago now. So the toxic feeling that I was having has gone. And then my muscles were semi-relieved. They were sore the next day, and I'm stretching and I'm hitting the hot tub and I'm trying to loosen everything up. But the fact is that it's not gone away entirely. The muscular tension is taking time. It's slowly settling down. I watched a video, great Dr. Morse video yesterday, and once again he was emphasizing, as he often does, the time it's going to take to work yourself back out through the various stages of acute, subacute, stages of discomfort that you have with the various conditions. And he's basically saying, you're going to have to walk back through that road again. You beat yourself up after all this time, and now you're going to try to get better, and you're going to have to revisit a lot of those issues. And for me, I think whatever was going on in my body is one of these healing crisis, as it's called. It was a state that caused me a great deal of discomfort, made me really, really, really sad, in fact, and preoccupied my mind. And finally, when I did the enema, there was a relief, and I talked about it in a video or two ago, and feeling proud about that. It's not 100% gone, but the toxic aspect is gone. And so I'm feeling really good about trusting my intuition and believing that I did kind of have a clue what was happening, because I was able to give myself some relief and move myself past an obstacle. It's just that now I really want to loosen myself up again. I can say that in the past 2 or 3 days, I've had a sort of sparkly, excited feeling again up in my forehead and in my overall body. There have been, waves of feeling euphoria. And for that week when my back was seized up, I can say I didn't have a single moment of euphoria. It was just complete a dark cloud, oppressive energy. And I am becoming more accustomed to this, days filled with euphoric sparkle. Not 100%, but, a lot. And I've passed through a few years in my life now where I went months and months and months with no sparkle. Just drudgery, depression. I want to be happier now. And I am grateful. I am grateful to the wonderful people who have inspired me on this journey. A lot of the leaders that I'm learning about in this journey are some of the names that you probably see if you follow YouTube stuff, whether it be Dr. Morse, Robert Morse, or Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, or Harley Durian Rider. I love his stuff too. Fully Raw Christina, John Kohler. These are the people I pretty much follow with some regularity. And they're all making a difference in my life, and they all serve to inspire. And of late, I have become more sensitive to the message from a few other people, including Harley and John, about, putting your message out on YouTube, trying to help inspire others. And I'm first and foremost doing this for myself. I've just mentioned the reflective thing. I can reflect back on myself and learn stuff, and it's helping me adjust course and stay focused. But I hope it helps other people. I hope that at some point that there's more exposure to the videos that I'm making in terms of just giving people everyday guys perspective on running this routine and living this scene. I think soon in my life I'm going to have a new single auger juicer for doing green vegetables, green leafy greens, and I'm very excited about that because I have definitely experienced with the Lemon Ginger Blast, the power of that green drink is quite phenomenal. So I'm feeling positive. I'm still working through a lot of tension in my back. But hey, if your muscles are seized up for an entire week straight, I guess you can't expect them to just go away in a day or two. This is all this message I'm getting about being patient. Just being patient and letting things happen on their own time. Well, I'm taking a nice walk, getting some fresh air out here in nature. The seasons are changing. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks a lot.